you say if I told you that the fast food you're eating can lead to over 20 different illnesses? Hello everybody, my name is VFarrett. I'm a petty officer second class in the United States Navy, and today I'll be talking about fast food. The issue with fast food in our country is affecting all generations, from children to young adults to full-grown adults. The problem with fast food is it's led to a lot of different problems in our physical health and our mental health. Personally, fast food was great for me. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I had fast food because it was so convenient for a teenager who was not only going to high school, but also working afterwards. I started to notice after about 2 months of steadily eating fast food that I put on a lot of weight, and it was a substantial amount of weight, and I finally realized that I had a problem. Not only was I addicted to fast food, but I was also becoming depressed because of it, and I was actually becoming kind of irritable. I didn't know why, and then I did some research, and I finally figured out the problems that fast food has been causing for me. So I made a change in my life, and I started to eat healthier, and I started to realize these problems, and I started to correct them after I looked in the mirror and basically said I need to make a change. So today we're going to be discussing some of the health issues that come along with fast food, as well as depression and addiction, which can be a factor, and finally we'll be talking about livestock treatment. Alright, obesity and health issues. According to an article published by Vox titled "It's Easy to Become Obese in America, We're Facing Some Serious Issues with Our Diet." This article is by Eliza Barclay, Julia Belluz, and Javier Zarcula. So, traditionally home-cooked meals have basically plummeted. A lot of home-cooked meals are not happening anymore, and this is mostly because not only one parent's working anymore, now both parents are working, so it's a lot more convenient and cheap to get things like fast food. Our calorie intake has increased by 459 in the past couple decades. And that's a lot. It may not sound like a big number, but that is a giant increase of what we're at. Like I said, price and convenience is what fast food has been influenced by. It's very low price for the most part, depending on where you go, but generally speaking it's low price and it's convenient, it's quick, you're always going to have it. It's always readily available, and so many establishments are open 24/7. It's very easy to get fast food. The problem with fast food consumption is health issues. We are becoming larger. We are eating more fast food, and it's unhealthy for us. And honestly, our health issues that are seeing more of is an increase in heart attacks, strokes, and many different kinds of cancers. Not only to mention that diabetes has also become a factor. And this was typically not the case decades back, where a lot less people were getting these diseases. But as we started to consume more fast food, it got more unhealthy, and we started to become more unhealthy, and it's a common trend in the United States now. As a matter of fact, 40% of adults are considered obese, and 16% of our youth are considered obese, and this number is rising. So, how much do you eat fast food? Is it every day? Is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Is it once a month? A lot of those factors come into play, but we're going to be moving on into depression and addiction. Depression and addiction is a giant problem with fast food. An article titled "Is Junk Food Making You Depressed?" by Jennifer Walters from Shape magazine. They lack nutrients. So the nutrients that make the hormones that make our body healthy are lacked by fast food. They're missing. So basically ingredients in fast food lack nutritional value, and therefore you're not supplementing your body with the nutrients you need. And if your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs, it can't make the chemicals it needs mentally. Therefore, you experience symptoms such as depression. Moving on, in a research article by the International Archives of Integrated Medicine, 541 participants were studied, and 30% were found to have addictive qualities to fast food. This was in regard to maybe having it once a week or every day. Mostly participants who had it every day were a part of the 30%. However, factors were found in why people had addictions to fast food, and a lot of it was based on demographics, believe it or not, where someone grew up. In poorer communities. Socioeconomical upbringing was also a really big factor. So, when studying these factors, and a large amount of the population has these, it makes a lot of sense that fast food, given its readily available nature and convenience, it only makes sense that so many people would consume it. So moving on, in an article titled 10 Reasons Why You Might Want to Reconsider Your Fast Food Habit, posted in She Knows by Claire Gollum, fast food is a really large problem for livestock animals. As you can see in this picture, here's a chicken from 1950, and here's one from 2008. Notice the difference. Why does it look like that? Well, it's because antibiotics and different hormones are pumped into these livestock animals. And you want to know why? It's more meat. It's more money, basically, for these companies because they're selling more product. So basically, they're pumped with all these hormones so they grow as big as they can and they can sell it for more money. But those hormones aren't necessarily healthy for the human body, and a lot of times they make it into your food. Now, the antibiotics are there just because these animals are kept in small, confined spaces. It's likely that disease is going to be a factor. Therefore, antibiotics are pumped early into the animals to prevent that. So even if the animal's not sick, they're receiving antibiotics. And a CNN article titled "Restaurant Record What's in Your Fast Food Meal" by Michael Nettleman reports this right here. This graph right here is giving you which fast foods are healthier to eat than others. That might sound a little weird, but it's true. Fast foods such as Chipotle and Panera have more resourceful, basically, natures where they're getting their fast food rather than places like McDonald's and Wendy's and all down here like Sonic and Dairy Queen. Places like that are getting their food from unsustainable resources. So you have to think, if you're going to eat fast food, I would more lean towards companies in the A and B category, but everything after that, unsustainable, and animals, you're supporting animals in an unhealthy living condition. So I want to see you make better choices. I want you to feel better. I want you to eat more nutritional valued meals, and I want you to consume less fast food. I think it's time for us to take action and get out of this unhealthy lifestyle and leave it once and for all. It's not good for us. It's causing some really big problems in our country specifically, and it needs to be stopped. And if we make better choices, such as what I have listed here, which is basically what you need in order to have a healthy, balanced meal for, keeping the correct nutrients in your body, this is to a better future. So here's my conclusion now. And I would like to take any questions if there are any out there. Ma'am?
What about healthier fast food options?
So, healthier fast food options, like I talked about, I think Chipotle would be better, just because they use more natural organic ingredients. And in fact, in an article titled, "Are Fast Food Chain Salads Really Healthy?" by ABC News, iceberg lettuce is mostly used in fast food salads, for example, which have no nutritional value and actually have a lot more calories than you think. Better restaurant choices, like I said, I believe is the best option if you were to eat fast food. Any other questions?
What should families on low budget do?
I personally encourage local farmer markets. Huffington Post reports in an article titled 15 Reasons Why Shopping at a Local Farmers Market is Both Cheap, Organic, and Socioeconomically Positive is, think about it, local farmers market, cheap food, organic, getting all the nutrients you need, it's fresh, and lastly, it supports the economy. We're not using trucks to transport goods from here to there across the country because you're buying it locally from farms. I hope that answers all the questions today, and I really appreciate you for listening to me speak. Let's put an end to eating unhealthy, unsustainable food once and for all and make better choices with our lives. Thank you.